Once upon a time, there was a man named Nehemiah who lived far away from his homeland in Jerusalem. One day, Nehemiah's brother, Hanani, visited him and brought devastating news about the state of Jerusalem's ruins. The walls and gates of the city were destroyed, leaving the people vulnerable to attacks from their enemies. Nehemiah was heartbroken to hear about the dire situation in Jerusalem. He immediately fell to his knees in prayer and fasting, seeking God's guidance and forgiveness for the sins of his people. Nehemiah's countenance changed as he served the king, showing his deep sadness and burden for his homeland. One day, the king, Artaxerxes, noticed Nehemiah's sadness and inquired about the cause. Nehemiah shared his desire to return to Jerusalem and rebuild its walls. He spoke passionately about his vision for the restoration of the city and the safety it would bring to the people. To Nehemiah's surprise, Artaxerxes granted his request. Not only did the king allow him to return to Jerusalem, but he also provided additional resources and letters of authority to ensure Nehemiah's success in his mission. Nehemiah was overjoyed at the king's generosity and immediately started planning his journey. Nehemiah embarked on a challenging journey to Jerusalem with a small group of trusted men. When they arrived, Nehemiah secretly surveyed the ruined walls under the cover of nightfall. He saw the extent of the destruction and knew that the task ahead would not be easy. Determined, Nehemiah revealed his true purpose to the local officials and gathered the Jewish community together. To his delight, the Jewish community responded enthusiastically to Nehemiah's vision for the city's restoration. They saw hope in his words and were willing to work together to rebuild the walls. However, not everyone was happy with Nehemiah's plans. Neighboring leaders and enemies mocked and opposed him, trying to discourage the people. But Nehemiah remained steadfast, assigning specific tasks to different groups within the community to ensure efficient teamwork. Nehemiah not only focused on rebuilding the physical walls but also addressed social, economic, and religious issues to foster unity and renewal. He confronted corruption and ensured proper distribution of resources. Nehemiah encouraged the people to repent and renew their dedication to God's laws, emphasizing the importance of seeking God's guidance and staying faithful. Despite facing threats, conspiracy plots, and slanderous rumors, Nehemiah persisted in his mission. He organized the people to work with one hand while holding weapons in the other, ready to defend themselves against any attackers. As the walls of Jerusalem neared completion, the people gained confidence and pride in their city and heritage. The transformation from ruins to restoration was almost complete. Nehemiah's adversaries, realizing that their plans had failed, plotted one last attack to disrupt the rebuilding process. Nehemiah and his people stood ready to defend themselves against the adversary's attack. With God's guidance and their determination, they successfully repelled the attackers and continued their work. Finally, the walls of Jerusalem were completed, symbolizing the end of a long and challenging journey. The people of Jerusalem rejoiced as they saw the walls standing tall and strong. They knew their city was now protected and secure. Nehemiah was appointed as the governor of Jerusalem by Artaxerxes, recognizing his leadership and dedication. As governor, Nehemiah diligently governed the people, ensuring justice and integrity. He preserved the religious identity of the Israelites, teaching them the importance of following God's laws and seeking his guidance in all things. Nehemiah knew that it was God who ultimately provided strength, protection, and success. Nehemiah's unwavering dedication served as an inspiration for generations to come. His story taught them the power of perseverance and God's faithfulness. It showed them the significance of spiritual renewal and restoration in their lives. The restored walls of Jerusalem became a symbol of leadership and unity. They represented the transformation that comes when a community comes together and relies on God's strength and guidance. Nehemiah's story reminded the people of Jerusalem of the importance of seeking God's will and serving with dedication.